Okay, Bismillah, question number 15. Okay, I said to you in question number 14, I will see you in the next question. I forgot to say inshallah, which means if God wills. God wills. So question number 15. Is this one question is worth 3 marks? Okay, nice 3 marks is a question to do with trigonometry SOHCAHTOA. So without any further, let's quickly launch ourselves into this question. Now, whenever we have, it goes work out the value of x. We've got to work out an angle here. Here's the angle here. So we have to work out this angle. Okay? Now, it goes give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So we're going to be using calculator for this question. Let's quickly label our diagram. Now, opposite the angle involved, opposite the angle they give you is always the opposite. That's the angle that you're going to be dealing with in this question. That's the opposite side. Now, opposite the right angle is always the hypotenuse. So big H here. Hypotenuse. Now, the remaining side is what we do last. That is called the adjacent. So adjacent is never done first in a sense. We label the hypotenuse, we label the opposite, and the leftover side is always the adjacent. Now, let's have a look what this question is to do with. So let's change our highlighter color quickly to turquoise. Right now, we know the adjacent, which is value here. And we know the hypotenuse, which is here. Now, if you look at the A and the H, okay, we have A and H. Now, for those of you familiar with the school teaching of SOHCAHTOA, this is ah sound. This ah sound has got 1 bit missing, and that bit should be ka. So we know straight away from the sound of the letters we got here, because it's the A and H, it's the ah, that is from the short arm, the ka, which is the cause identity. So without any further delays, quickly get that sorted. So we have our little formula triangle. We do SOHCAHTOA. I'm just going to do so that's ka. That's how we write it, ka. Okay, I'm going to quickly show. And this, the angle is angle theta, is this angle here, x. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, now I use the system of 2 ticks and a cross. We tick what we know, and we cross what we've got to go work out. So, what do we know? We know the adjacent and we know the hypotenuse. So we tick the adjacent and we tick the hypotenuse. We don't know the angle, which is theta, which is represented by the x. So we cross that. Okay, let's change color for that. Right, so we don't know the angles. We've got to work this angle out. Now, what we do is we cover this part up. Because this video doesn't involve me physically in there, this is my finger. So we cover it with our finger, and that tells us what to do. So we say cos of my angle. Okay, the angle theta. We can replace it with the x here if you like, to make it a bit more kind of consistent with that question. Let's just use the x now. So cos of x. So this cos of x, I've covered up with my finger there, is equal to the a divided by the h. Is equal to the a divided by the h. Now remember folks, we want to work out the x. Now cos of x. I don't want cos of x, I want x by itself. So we grab the cos, we take it over this side, and it gets inverted or inversed. Opposite of cos is cos to the minus 1 of a over h. Okay, now what we need to do now, we got the a value, we got the h value, we just need to pop them into here. So this is what we get from this formula triangle. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to, rather than write here again, these, I'm going to write on top of here. So what's my a value? My a value is 3.9. Let's go back to black pen. Okay, so my a value is equal to 3.9. My h value is over here, which is equal to 4.7. Okay, let's quickly get rid of this now. We don't need this anymore. Done. Okay, so this is what it looks like at the moment. X equals cos to the minus 1 of all of this. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab our calculator, bring it over, and we're going to type this in exactly as you see it. Okay, let's have a look. So we're going to press, first of all, shift, cos to the minus 1, as you can see there. Now we're going to use well, we can use a bracket. We can just go straight, launch ourselves straight into the fraction mode. Okay, fraction, 3.9 divided by 4.7, 3.9 divided by 4, oops, excuse me folks, a slight little mistake there. Bring the replay down, bring it down to the bottom, and then 4.7 on the bottom. Okay, so cos minus 1 of that, hopefully that should give us the right answer without the brackets. If not, we'll go back and put the brackets in. Okay, that's given us an angle of 33.93, that's the angle that we need. So we need to just top this up now. Okay, so we can say now x is equal to 33.923 blah 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 blah. Now it says in the question 1 decimal place is very important. We must give the examiner what he wants. So let's have a look. Okay, so here's our first decimal place. So we're going to stop here. So we look at the next number. This is the decider. If it's 5 or more, you add 1. If it's not, which it isn't, you leave it alone. So what we need to do now is copy down the 33.92. So our final answers are going to be, oh, hang on a second, we've got a little, okay, right, let's excuse me folks, just write it to the side a bit. So we have 33.9 is our answer for this now. Because we have to stop there at 1 decimal place. So that's our answer. We can copy that over here. So x is equal to 33.9 degrees. Okay, folks, this is a regular question. Trigonometry, get it right. It's a nice and straightforward method. I've got other videos on YouTube showing you how to do trigonometry. If you get stuck, you need more practice. Please don't lose these essential 3 marks for the examination. See you in the next question, inshallah.